Hi Cancer, welcome to your June 2025 career and love reading. I hope you guys are doing well. This is also timeless, so if you stumble upon it later into the future, probably not the past, right? Just watch it, see how it relates. Sometimes I'll watch videos from like way back in the day and see if they apply to me now, or if they applied to me like way back then. Is like, oh, is that what I was going through back then? I don't know, it's kind of interesting. Anyway, it's meant to be your June 2025 reading for Cancer. This is your career. So we're going to do 3 cards for career, and then we're going to do 3 cards for love. But let's do 3 cards for career first. There we go. We have our 3. Boom, boom. Let's go. Interesting. Huh. Okay, let me get a few clarifiers. Oof. Yeah. I thought so. Oh my gosh. Very clear, guys. So what's going on with your business, with your work stuff? I think that you guys have some colleagues that... Okay, I'm going to have to say it how it is because I'm not going to sugarcoat it, okay? I'm just going to tell you how it is. 1, 2, 3. Boom. This one. Okay. So... there's someone at work that hasn't been very kind to you or your reputation. That's what I see. There's something that you don't know. This is going on behind closed doors or behind your back. You may not know of it right now. You might be finding out. We'll ask if you're going to be finding out in the month of June or not. But there's someone that hasn't been kind, again, to you or your reputation. I don't know if they've tried to backstab you, or they're trying to sort of trip you up. Or they're just kind of putting you down and not being like, not singing your full praise and glory and that you deserve. Okay. I'm not saying, oh, they have to like, be a brown noser. That's not what I'm saying. But this person's not giving you credit for what you've done or accomplished. They're not giving you due credit. There's someone that's being unfair with you. It's likely, it is a very feminine energy, but it's sort of like a very strong-willed, charismatic person that is in your environment. They might be a friend of yours. They might be someone at least friendly to you in your face, but they're not being genuine in who they are and what they're doing. I don't typically read that for the Queen of Wands. I love the Queen of Wands energy, but in this particular spread, because we have secrets here, we have secrets here, and we have social gatherings here, there's some gossip going around, especially because it's negatively impacting you. There's some conflict here. There's some harsh words that are being expressed, and I think it has to do with you. You're keeping it cool, though. You either already know about this or might be learning about this, but this, you're keeping it cool. Like you're chill about it. Like you already can stand on your own 2 feet. It's almost like you don't need to worry about this. And I wouldn't worry about this. This is not something like that I'm like, oh my God, please beware, buy a cleansing ritual from me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to make money off of you for this. Like I feel like you're cool. I think like you're clean. You're not going to need to worry about this. But I think that there's something... What is it that Cancer needs to know? Why is this coming up, guys? Like, what does Cancer need to know about this? Why are you being warned about it? There's a lot of unknown here. Something flipped over, I thought. Yeah. One more, please, for Cancer. June 2025 career. Yeah. You have reached a high level of success at your current position, at your current job. Either people really like you, or you're going up for promotion, or you've been promoted recently. You have a lot of prosperity, whether it's monetarily and financially, like you make decent money or you make good money. And or you have a great job title, like, you know what I mean? Like you're in leadership of some sort, or you have some kind of notoriety. Say that 5 times fast. Notoriety. And I think that there's a little bit of envy. I'm going to be honest. There's a little bit of envy here. Whoever this person is, or people, it might be a group of people. I feel like it's one specific person. But whoever this person is has a little bit of envy. Things haven't gone as well for them for some reason, whether it's at this particular job or in their past history. But this person hasn't had things go their way, and they're looking at you like, why? Like, why does this, why does Cancer get all the glory? Why does Cancer do this and that? What they don't see is how hard you've worked to get to where you are. They don't know this because you're not the kind of person that's going to be like, oh, look at me, look at what I've done, and da-da-da. Like, no, like, you work hard, you put your nail, what is it? You put your nose to the grindstone? I don't remember. Anyway, you work hard. You work really, really hard, and you're not the kind of person that like toots their own horn enough, even, really, for all of what you've accomplished. Again, you're doing really well, and this person just feels a little bit, like, just envious of your success and what you've accomplished so far. And I have a feeling that this person, apart from your career life that they actually sort of envy, I think you're a likable person. I think people actually like you. And that's another reason why they're sort of envious and sort of in this energy of, I'm going to be talking all this stuff about you, is because they actually kind of don't want other people to like you for some reason. That's their internal energy. I wouldn't worry about it. They have 2 5s. And this is funny because this is stuff that's happened to them that's not really their fault. Again, you might know this person, you might be friendly with this person, they might be friendly to you, and you might know enough about them to know that they haven't always had it easy. But instead of them not having it easy and wishing well on others and doing their best that they can, they play this sort of game where they're gonna like kind of backstab you or talk stuff behind your back. And then, like, not like you for your success, instead of just like, it's a very lack mentality, basically, is what I want to say. This person's coming from a very lack mentality instead of just like wishing well for all and like being like, hey, the possibilities are limitless for everyone. They're kind of like seeing it as like, if you have it, I don't. If you're likable, I'm not. If you have the job or the money, then I don't. And I can't get that, instead of seeing their full potential. But I think it's just kind of a warning, Cancer, so just be aware of this person. Let's see if we can get maybe one more clarifier for who this person might be to give you an idea of who this person is or what they do or what they're saying, maybe. Can we have one more card for this person or these people? Or why you're bringing this up, this message, Spirit? Like, why make it important for Cancer to know? Why does Cancer need to know this? Yeah. So you might be in a position where there is an opportunity coming towards you in some way, whether it's a promotional opportunity, an opportunity to grow, a special project, some kind of incentive or bonus that you could potentially get or earn, or even networking, like where you could like make friends with the like, head honchos at your workplace, like, rub elbows with some of the like, you know what I mean? Like, directors or managers or supervisors, whoever the executive leadership team is where you work. And this negativity is not going to, you kind of, I'm not saying you want to nip it in the bud, but you want to be aware of it so that you don't fall into the trap of you're going to be doing the same thing that they're doing. Don't do that. There are going to be things that are going to be happening for you, and we're going to probably see this in July 2025 in your, like astrological like reading coming forward in the months, that how it's going to develop. We'll probably see this in the future, but there will be things that are going to be happening outside of your control, opportunities that are going to be coming your way, where this underlying sort of issue that you're having with this person, and again, you're not having this issue with this person, they're having it with themselves, but what's going to happen is this might negatively impact you in some way. So Spirit is bringing it to light now so that you're aware, so that you don't have to fall into the trap of maybe trusting this person in the future, or sort of backing down when you should be tooting your own horn for all the hard work that you've been doing. Also making sure that others are aware of your work, and credit is sort of given to you, right? make sure these people, this person in particular, isn't taking credit for your work, especially when it comes to having opportunities and you shining in your best light. You want to avoid those sorts of situations where people are under the impression that this other person has done all of this great stuff because they like talk a lot of stuff, when you, the actual hard worker and the person expert that knows their career and their stuff, isn't getting the credit that they should, because you're not the kind of person that's gonna like toot your own horn, right? Like, so get out there. I would say as advice to you, get out there. Let's see, I want one more. What was I saying? Get out there. Get out there and make it happen for yourself. You're gonna need to take a little bit of a lead to make sure that you show people what it is that you have done, and you know what you've accomplished, what your experience is, and like, don't be afraid to show off a little bit. Don't be afraid to like toot your own horn and like get credit for your stuff, and make sure people are aware of the work that you've done, especially when someone else is trying to steal credit for your work. Don't let that happen. Okay, so you got 2 major arcanas. Like, I would definitely say make sure that you are doing the best job that you can to get credit where credit, you know, where credit is deserved and earned. Like, yeah, don't let this person overshadow you, especially with lies, because that person's not genuine in their intentions. So you probably already know who this is. I'm sure you probably already know who this is. Okay, love. Let's do your love. Love for Cancer for June 2025, please. 3 cards. 3 cards for love for Cancer in June 2025. Cancer love, June 2025. 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Let's turn these over. So from the Lenormand for love, you got the clouds, the clover, and the bear. And you have the world. The sun. What a beautiful card to get every time. And the 4 of Pentacles. Let me do these clarifiers soon too, but not yet. So your love situation, there's something vague and unclear to you about your love situation. There might be someone that you have your eye on, but you're not really quite sure if they like you back. Or if you're in a relationship, you're not quite sure where it's going, or there's something unclear about it. It might be related to finances. If you're already in an established relationship, there's something about the financial situation of this person that you're not fully, you know enough to know that you don't know the full picture. Specifically their income, about how they make their money, all of their money, or how much money they make a year, that sort of thing. If it has to do with money, if you're already in an established relationship, or you're getting to know someone and you're not really quite sure how they make their money, or what they do for work, or how they earn what they earn, you'll be finding out soon. There's going to be some kind of either a conversation or a meeting or something here, or somehow you're going to be finding out. Let's see. Ooh, oh my gosh. I almost dropped all the cards. You're going to be finding out soon how it is that that they do this, that they earn their money. There's something unclear about this relationship again. If it doesn't have to do with money, there might be a little bit of a break or a time out with a certain person to figure out where the relationship is going. Oh my God, you guys, no way. Look. Can you guys see that? You guys got the clover, which is super duper good luck. It's serendipity, out of the blue luck. And then you got the Sun card, clarified by the Sun card. Listen, whatever challenges and obstacles, whatever clarity or confusion or whatever you're not clear on, it's going to get cleared up very, very clearly. Like, you're going to know, you're going to get your answers. You're going to get whatever answers you want. You're going to get your answers. If you weren't sure where this connection was going, you're going to get your clarity, and they're going to respond to you. You're going to know where this person stands, whether it's emotionally, intellectually, financially, what their expectations are, whatever it is that you were unclear on, you get that clarity and then some. And you actually kind of get put on a different set of tracks that's going to be really positive for you. Look at that. Again, you're going to be, 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas for a monthly love reading. Are you kidding me? If there was a break and a separation, this person's not letting you go. This person, when I do like custody readings or like physical custody for like children and stuff like that, this is my physical custody card. Four of Pentacles, because they literally are holding you. And Pentacles are something physical. They want to hold you. They want to hang on to you. They're not letting this connection go. I don't think either of you are, to be honest with you. When you have two suns, you basically have two yeses, both theirs and yours. You're both saying yes to this connection and moving it forward. This is also, the bear can also be a very protective energy. And so I think you're both very protective of each other. And June might be sort of tying up loose ends of the past. The world here talks about completion. It talks about empowerment, though. It talks about the feeling that you get when you've overcome something or when you've succeeded in something. And I think that leading up into June 2025, there was some lack of clarity or things that you weren't quite sure on. But it gets cleared up, and you tie up the loose ends, you cross the T's, you dot the I's, and you charge forward. You both do. You both say, yes, we're not letting go of this connection. We're going to protect this connection, and we're going to charge forward. That's a beautiful reading, you guys. There's also a sense of gratitude. I think that, sometimes like when people get on your nerves, I don't know about you guys, but like whenever you're in a partnership, and like your person is like, there comes a point where you're just like, ugh, you know what I mean? Like, you again, like, why are you here? What do you do? And like, we all get that, right? Like at some point, sometimes you get it earlier than others. Sometimes you get it at like, 7 months in, sometimes you get it 7 years. Sometimes like it doesn't happen until 27 years down the line. But there comes a point in every relationship where it's kind of like, or even if you're not sick of them, there's things that they do that you're just kind of like, I don't know. I'm not sure. Right? Like, would it have been, what if? You kind of go down this little rabbit hole of what ifs. But this Four of Swords tells me that gratitude, specifically an attitude of gratitude, is reintroduced into the relationship moving forward. You guys both start to see the positives in each other. And you remember, oh yeah, this is why I love you. This is why we're together. This is why I chose you. This is why I continue to choose you. This is why you choose me. That is what I get. This is a very, very beautiful, heartwarming, emotionally secure, loving relationship and future. I love this for you for June 2025. I thought I liked Aquarius's reading for love. No, I think I like this one better. So I'm going to take this one. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, Cancer. Best of luck for your June 2025. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.